Hi everyone, Paula Weeks here. How you going? I just wanted to talk to you guys quickly tonight just about menopause. So in my previous life as a nurse, I worked in a GP clinic for 13 years in women's health. And one of my favorite areas to help women with was during those troublesome and can be challenging times with menopause and perimenopause. So I just wanted to do a little video on this just to let you know help is out there, a bit of education. If you've got any other questions, type them below and we can get somebody to help you. So menopause actually means when you've been 12 months without a period. And so the period before that a lot of people refer to menopause is actually perimenopause. So this is during menopause. So when perimenopause means during, so when it's the period leading up to when you have your final period. So you won't know that until you've actually had an absence of a period for 12 months. Any bleeding you get, vaginal bleeding after 12 months, is called postmenopausal bleeding, and you must see your GP about this. It's really important to do. Doesn't necessarily mean that anything is wrong, could be just a final hurrah, but you definitely should seek help from your GP. Any unusual symptoms that you're experiencing at all, always go and consult your GP about it. As women, we tend to put everyone else in the family first, but these sorts of things, we need to make sure that we're well and healthy. You should always see your GP. So what I wanted to talk to a little bit about today is how our healthy and botanical options, natural options, can help you survive that periMenopausal time, because often they're the only options that we have to deal with that perimenopausal time. Only in severe cases will doctors usually prescribe you a prescription medication, hormone replacement therapy, or menopause replacement therapy, depending on where you are. I'm in Australia, so I'm talking about Australian statistics, and some of the words may be different if you're in a different country, but you'll know what I mean. It's really important if you think you're experiencing severe symptoms of perimenopause, you should see your GP about it. But there are many natural alternatives out there for you, and we have a couple that I wanted to cover today. So if you're experiencing the two main symptoms that most people will tell you about are hot flushes and change in mood. So whether that's irritability, your family members telling you that you're a bit harder to get along with these days, are you always irritable, and that kind of stuff. So those are the two main symptoms, but there are actually plenty of other symptoms that come along with it. In particular, where you get a skin crawling sensation, your skin starts to dry out as the hormones drop off, which is, what's happening during menopause. Those reproductive hormones are sort of dropping off and going away. So your skin dries out, and then you can get that sensation of sort of crawling under the skin. That's a symptom. Sleeplessness, night sweats, in very, very common. Mood, as I talked about before, sort of a general vagueness, loss of mental clarity, and vaginal dryness is another one as well. So, I mean, look, it just doesn't sound great for us. Lucky we're women and we can deal with most things that are thrown at us, right? But we've got some really good alternatives for you if you are suffering these. About 20% of women, when they, are going through menopause, perimenopause, will experience little to no symptoms at all, the lucky 20%. The rest of us experience anywhere from mild up to very severe. So in between there is where we're looking to help as many people as we can, because we're all in this together as women. And when I'm referring to this as talking about natural menopause, if you've had surgery, a hysterectomy where your ovaries have been removed, then you've been put into what's called a surgical early menopause. That's a little bit different. and still reach out if you've got questions. So we've got two products in particular that are really great. In this group, you'll be able to search for them, look for testimonies of other women who have used the products and had really great results, but also learn a little bit more about how they work. I'm going to only touch on them briefly today, so I'm not taking up too much of your time. But the first one is Elite, our pink drink. So this is centered around gut health and decreasing inflammation in the body. It's really, really good for improving your mood, lowering anxiety, and also nourishing your skin. The Indian gooseberry in there is really good for your skin, so that sort of drying out is subsides, and that less sort of crawly feeling that you get. But the ashwagandha is so great for your mood, and it's also really, really good for those night sweats and hot flushes. So lots of women report that they get, a really great result with cutting them out altogether, or, really cutting them down so that they can sort of survive and not have to be throwing the blankets on and off all the time, or, in the daytime, in the middle of summer, stripping off all your clothes, or, that sort of thing. If you've been through it, you'll know what I mean. So that's our pink drink. It's really, really a must do if you're in that perimenopause to menopause stage. The next is our botanical drops. So they're really great for decreasing bloatedness. They're great for weight loss, because once our hormones start to drop off, it's really, really hard for women in this age group to lose weight. It feels like you're fighting an uphill battle. So our drops are really great for decreasing those sugar cravings, for decreasing cortisol levels, again, with our mood, for helping us to feel fuller, quicker, and, to help us, look for the right foods so that we're not feeling hungry all the time. The botanical drops are great for that. You just drop them underneath your tongue before meals. So those are the two products that we recommend. They're natural alternatives to helping you to live your best life and have great health outcomes. If you've got any other questions, please drop them below, or reach out to the person who's tagged you in this video or sent it to you, and we'd be more than happy to help. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Talk to you all soon. Bye.